Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm about to start a new series. I am tentatively calling it Adventures in Assembly, where I'm going to build a Lego or other type of block set and talk a little bit about the subject, be it real or fictional. I don't intend to set any limits on brands or kits. I'm going to build anything from cars, aircraft, spaceships, anything I think is cool or has good subject matter. For my first video, I'm going with something fairly straightforward, but it's a fun build nonetheless, and the subject matter I've chosen is equally as cool. This kit, as I'm sure you've seen by now, is called the Super Soarer. It's a 3-in-1 kit, but I'm building the primary design as it closely resembles my favorite aircraft ever built, the legendary F-14 Tomcat. The Tomcat was designed and built by Grumman Aerospace to be the United States Navy's ultimate fleet defender. Contrary to popular belief, the F-14 was not designed to be purely a high-speed interceptor. It was first and foremost designed by Grumman to be a maritime air superiority fighter. Now, the Navy did have requirements for the aircraft to be able to intercept and shoot down Russian long-range Bear bombers, which the Tomcat was more than capable of handling. It ruled the skies from 1974 until it was retired from service in 2006. The mounting costs of maintaining the complex machine defeated the mighty aircraft where the enemy MiGs could not. The Tomcat has a crew of 2. The pilot sits in the front, and the RIO, the radar intercept officer, sat in the back. Under the nose of the aircraft is the powerful Hughes AUG-9 radar. For the F-14D Super Tomcat, the AUG-9 was upgraded to the APG-71. These radar systems could track 24 different targets at different altitudes and speeds simultaneously. The work of operating such a powerful radar was considered too much for one person. The radar range is extreme, beyond 100 miles, and the Phoenix missiles themselves had a range of 100 miles. Much of the capability of the APG-71 is still classified. Primarily, the Tomcat was made of aircraft-grade aluminum. The high-stress areas of the aircraft structure were made of titanium, including the wing box, which is the key to the Tomcat's wing sweep ability, and the rugged landing gear required for the punishing carrier landings. There were 710 F-14s built between 1969 and 1992, with 3 variants, the F-14A, B, and D. In the unswept position, the Tomcat's wingspan stretches to 64 feet. Fully swept, the wingspan is 38 feet. The aircraft is 62 feet long and has a height of 16 feet. The primary armament included short-range AIM-9 Sidewinders, mid-range AIM-7 Sparrows, and long-range AIM-54 Phoenixes. It had an onboard 20mm Vulcan cannon. The Tomcat was further modified to carry air-to-ground ordnance as well when the A-6 Intruder was retired in 1997. They, of course, called it the Bombcat. When the Tomcat was originally put into service, it had Pratt & Whitney TF-30 engines that were not actually designed for high-performance fighter aircraft. They were originally only supposed to be sort of a placeholder engine for the first 25 Tomcats, but due to budget concerns in the 1970s, they were installed into all F-14A models throughout their service. Despite the engine-airframe mismatch, the F-14A was still a deadly fighter. During the air-to-air evaluations of the 1970s, F-14s and F-15s would engage in off-the-record duels. One legendary F-14 pilot, Joe Hoser Satrapa, notoriously captured a gunsight image of an F-15 Eagle in his kill zone. The Pratt & Whitney engines would later be replaced with modern General Electric F-110s, which greatly improved the aircraft's performance, power-to-weight ratio, and acceleration, though both the engines pushed the Tomcat to a top speed of Mach 2.34, which is about 1,500 miles per hour. The F-14Bs and Ds could launch from aircraft carriers without using gas-guzzling afterburners. Aside from Top Gun, the Tomcat was famous in the 80s for shooting down 4 Libyan aircraft, 2 Su-22s and 2 MiG-23s, which were hopelessly outclassed by the Tomcat. There were reports of Syrian MiGs that would turn tail and run after being locked up by the Tomcat's radar without even attempting to engage it. The F-14 was the aircraft that led the first long-range strike missions against the Taliban in 2002 and was a major strike aircraft for the Navy with their specialized Lantern air-to-ground targeting systems. As well, their range and weapons capacity exceeded even the new Super Hornets at the time.